Today we're going to be talking about the Red Vox Iceberg, made by DLD493V3 on Reddit. And sorry for the image quality, this is the only iceberg I could find. I would explain what an iceberg is and what Red Vox is, but if you are watching this, then you probably know who Red Vox is and what an iceberg is, so I'm not going to go into detail about that, so let's just get right into it. Vinny Vinesauce's band. Yes, Red Vox is in fact Vinny Vinesauce's band, aka Bignot, Vinny Pizza Pasta, and Binny. He is the lead singer and rhythm guitarist for the band, and they were formed around 2015. In the Garden. In the Garden is Red Vox's most popular song and was released as a single in 2017 and was featured on their second studio album, Another Light. It's their most popular song for good reason. The song is really, really good. Another Light. Like I said, Another Light is Red Vox's second studio album and was released in 2017 and is probably their most popular album and definitely one of their best. Standout tracks for me are Settle for Less, Reno, Memories Lie, and From the Stars. Atom Bomb. Atom Bomb is the second track off their first album, What Could Go Wrong, and is one of their most popular and beloved songs and has really good vocals by Vinny. That dude can really scream. Stranded. Stranded is probably Red Vox's most ambitious song, with it being an almost 10-minute track. It was released as a single in 2018, and it is an amazing song and definitely worth checking out despite it being 9 minutes long. Jabroni Mike is the drummer. Jabroni Mike is a Twitch streamer that was the drummer for Red Vox but has sadly left the band due to health problems, and drumming wasn't helping with that. It's unfortunate because he was a fantastic drummer live and in the studio. But their new drummer, Gerald, is amazing as well, and actually played bass when they played live at Too Many Games in 2024. What Could Go Wrong? What Could Go Wrong is Red Vox's first studio album released in 2016 and is definitely my favorite of theirs. Standout tracks for me are We Had a Little Talk, The Wrong Side of History, Hazy, Ghost Page, and Long Lonely Night. Definitely worth checking out even if you don't know Vinny and the Vinesauces and are just a classic rock fan. Blood Bagel. Blood Bagel is an EP they released a little bit after What Could Go Wrong and is a meme in the Red Vox community and was made because after they went pretty serious with the first album, they just wanted to do some dumb shit and recorded the song Fuck, which was an old song, and then just went from there. Realign. Realign is Red Vox's fourth studio album and was released in 2020 and really changed up their sound for an almost dreamy and psychedelic rock feel. They've always had a dreamy and psychedelic rock sound in some of their songs, but this album took that sound and made an absolutely amazing album. Standout tracks for me are the title track Realign, Why Can't This Be Easy, Far Away, and Be Someone Forever. Visions and Afterthoughts. Visions and Afterthoughts is a double album released 1 year apart from each other, Visions being the first one released in 2022 and definitely being my second favorite Red Vox album. I love the sound on this one. It sounds like a mix of What Could Go Wrong and Another Light. Afterthoughts was released a year later in 2023, and it sounds like a mix of Realign and Another Light in my opinion. Definitely worth checking out both albums. Garbage Land and Clone Me. Garbage Land and Clone Me were released as a single in 2024, and the two songs are completely different from each other. Garbage Land being a rap song about being a rat in New York with a really cool music video made in VR chat. Definitely some Beck influence, it sounds like something off Mellow Gold. Vinny himself said he grew up listening to Beck and Odelay, so it was 100% intentional. Live at Too Many Games 2016. Red Vox played one of their first shows at Too Many Games in 2016, and most of the set was luckily recorded by Ivan WB. Before Red Vox played at TMG in 2024, I used to watch this set over and over because I was just getting into guitar and recently had found Red Vox at the time. And Vinny's Rickenbacker is just fucking awesome. I love that guitar. He should really play it at live shows more. Kerosene. Kerosene is their third studio album and was a complete departure from their classic rock sound for a really awesome acoustic sound. The album cover is apparently an overhead shot of a kerosene lamp, hence the name of the album, with a solarized effect. Standout tracks for me are the title track, Define Me, and Cemetery Window. Lost for a While. Lost for a While is a little 4-song EP released a little bit after Realign and is basically just some bonus tracks and B-sides. My favorite track was Flat on Your Face. Room to Breathe. Room to Breathe is a solo project released by Vinny under the name Vine in 2015 on Bandcamp and was mixed all by himself besides some drum stuff by Joe. I absolutely love this album, and my favorite tracks were Around You and Walking Illusion. The Curse of Realign. The Curse of Realign is a YouTube video uploaded by Vinny talking about how the song kind of sounded like Come As You Are and rearranged by Miles Kane, and then he finds out that he ripped off his own song, Walking Illusion. Here, I'll let you listen. It's different enough, but I still find it funny. Vinny's other pre-Red Vox stuff. On the Red Vox Bandcamp, you can find some really old stuff recorded by Vinny dating back all the way to 2004. Other Reality is a very dreamy and psychedelic rock album released in 2007 on Bandcamp. He says it isn't really a complete album, just snapshots of his musical development. Odds and Ends, which is rough demos recorded with his old band or on his own. It actually features the hit song
Scoot the Burbs, scoot the Burbs. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah, eat a dick.
and other really amazing tracks like Ocean to the Sea, Why Wait Too Long, and a really good Pixies cover. Sibilance, which is a super unique album by Vinny. When I found it, it took me by surprise because a lot of it sounds like really good video game music. It was released in 2011, and I highly recommend this if you like video game music, especially old school game music. And my personal favorite pre-Red Vox album is No Cigar by Vinny's old band, Davies Gray, and was released in 2009. It was probably recorded around 2009 since it says it was recorded in a few weeks. They said they took their best live songs and made a little 7-song album out of it, and it's really, really good. I love the sound on this album. My favorite tracks are Road to Your Mind, A Fade to Grey, and Living Only to Die. Noodle Pigeon. Noodle Pigeon, I'm assuming, is referring to the Noodle Pigeon shirts you used to be able to buy on their old store, but sadly you can no longer buy the Noodle Pigeon shirt since it's not on their Retroware store. Hopefully they can bring that one back. Red Vox Isolated YouTube channel. Red Vox Isolated is a channel that uploads Red Vox isolated vocal tracks, guitar tracks, drum tracks, etc. I've actually used this channel before, and it's really good if you need a backing track or just want to hear the isolated version of a song. Another Light Demos. Another Light Demos is demos from the Another Light sessions that was uploaded to Bandcamp in 2018. It has demos for In the Garden, From the Stars, and Burn a Picture. But it also has unreleased material that was either going to be on Another Light or just ideas for songs. I highly recommend checking it out. Vomit in the Ball Pit is based on a true story. Vomit in the Ball Pit is a song on the EP Blood Bagel and is apparently based on a true story. When Vinny was about 7 years old, he was at a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese and he walked past the ball pit and everyone was having fun, but he smelled this awful stench that he recalls smelled like clown puke. And he heard people go, "Ugh," and apparently someone puked in the ball pit. And then he wrote a song about it years later. Happy Anarchy. Happy Anarchy is Joe's really old band from 2004. They only released a self-titled album in that year, and it's really good stuff. I recommend checking it out after watching this video. I'll put a link in the description for the channel. Anthony Fantano. Apparently Anthony Fantano, aka The Needle Drop, got recommended Reelin' from the Rafters and played it for a few seconds and then proceeded to call it an embarrassing recommendation and skipped it. I don't know how valid the story is since I can't find any video evidence and I saw it from a deleted Reddit post's comments. If someone can find the video of him saying that, I would love to see it. Red Vox Archived YouTube channel. Red Vox Archived has 3 videos containing 2 demos for Why Can't This Be Easy and Another Light, and then one other video which is a There She Goes rehearsal. Someone found it on Reddit and people were trying to figure out if it was real or not, but it is in fact real and run by Leanne P on Reddit. It's really cool and I recommend giving the 3 demos a listen. Bill's solo stuff. Bill is a lead keyboardist in the band and has been around since the band started, and he has some really interesting solo stuff on his Bandcamp. Some of it sounds a little bit like the Beatles, and then there's a really cool video game OST album. I think it's really cool and I recommend giving it a listen. There will be a link in the description for the Bandcamp if you're interested. Realign demos. I couldn't find the supposed Realign demos, so if anyone knows where they are or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. The Seconds. The Seconds is the lead guitarist Joe's old band. They released 2 albums and I haven't given them a full listen, but from what I hear it's really good. The album art and the art on the Bandcamp page is really cool. I'll leave a link to the Bandcamp in the description. I highly recommend checking it out even though they're not a band anymore. Mike wrote the lyrics to In the Garden, not Vinny. According to a Reddit post I found, someone said that Mike actually wrote the verses for In the Garden, but then Vinny wrote the choruses. I don't know how factually correct that is, and I can't find the Reddit post for some reason. And that concludes the Red Vox Iceberg. Sorry if I got some stuff wrong, I just went off what I found mostly on Reddit and from memory. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you somehow have never heard Red Vox's music or seen Vinny Vinesauce, I highly recommend checking out the music. It's fantastic. And again, thanks to DLD493V3 on Reddit for making this video possible, because without this crusty image, this video would not have happened. And sorry for the video being a little short. I know these icebergs are usually pretty long, but this is the only Red Vox Iceberg I could find, so sorry about that. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off for now. Thanks for watching.